hitting that base at all, as a matter of fact. There's a couple, 2 or 3. So we need to appeal more. And when I say appeal more to our bases or younger audience, I want to do a little bit more for the younger audience, even if we only pull it up by 7%. So I'm going to appoint somebody who's good with children and who's good with people coming out of childhood. Let's just say out of childhood, because some of our shows is family shows. Some of our shows is family weeks, like I said. So to the person that's donating the new iPhone, thank you. I appreciate that. I want a team. What I'm doing, I'm working on a team right now, a new team that I can train up for decoys. That way we can go back and still do the same things, but in a different state, because Tennessee. I appreciate that. So tonight, I'm going to have a huge live tonight. And we're going to expose some of these creators tonight over the Summer Wells case. And then mainly, when I say expose, I mean expose them for who they really are. Now, I can say that and change it completely up and have everybody in here and just bullshit, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I think it's time that people like White Boy Radio, people like Miss Daisy, people like Brooks with Crime, Lies, and More Lies, really come to an understanding that, hey, I don't believe you're in it for that. And, the thing about it is, Brooks contacted me, Crime Lines and Lies, or whatever the name is, contacted me on Facebook. Hey, I'd love to do an interview. Let's do an interview. And I did. I brought it back out about Summer Wells. You know what's sad is, she had 16,000, right now it's probably more. There was 16,000 views on it right off the bat, more than any that she's ever had in a live. And then she has the audacity to tell someone, oh yeah, he paid for my StreamYard. I made enough to pay for my StreamYard this month. That showed me right there you're not for Summer. And if you think you are, you can come up on this panel right now, and I can give you one of the worst whippings. I can give you a better spanking than your husband can, just like I did Daisy last night, folks. No matter how much you want to believe, no matter how much you pray to God, the fact of the matter will stand. Candace Wells and Don Wells know exactly what happened. I'm not the one that said it, they did. In words that each and every one of us can understand. They didn't say it in some foreign language. You heard Don in the news interviews. You heard Don focused, always. He's always said Summer was, past tense, means no more. No more in existence. Was is no more in existence. You know that, right? I mean, do I have to give you another lesson? How long are we going to have to do this for people to start opening their eyes and holding these two motherfuckers accountable? That's what I don't understand. You see, my day and time, my people wouldn't exactly, well, they didn't expose child predators. They did a lot more. My papa hated a child predator. My papa killed men. My whole family did. I come from a religious family, but I also come from a killing family. My brother, my uncles, my papa, my mom, my dad, all of them killers. Killers. You know what it's like to be raised with killers? You know when you're sitting in a kid, I'd be sitting there coloring a little Scooby-Doo coloring book, and my uncle would come in. Well, we just killed those two motherfuckers. How do you think that affected me when I was a child? How do you think that affected me? How do you think that affected me? see Summer and the resurrection. That's exactly what he said from the beginning. His first interview 2 weeks after Summer was gone. He knew what happened because he was the one who done it. He told me on my interview, he said because of the news and how big this case is, they probably got rid of the evidence and then they killed her. You see, this is what the people don't want to understand. This is what the people hate to hear. For 2 years last night, right? And Candace, whose dog is in this photo. There you go. Look at the time. Constance Sue, there's your time. 2:03 p.m. It's 2:05 p.m. Took me a minute and a half to do this. That shows you, there's your time period right there. I'm not fake, folks. Never have I been fake. No matter what these people try to tell you and make you believe about me, I'm real. I am that man. I am that man who once stood for your children and led an army against an evil that hides within inside of your own eyes, and they prey on your children. You can't take that away from me, no matter how hard you try, because I have that foundation. Your foundations are fake. You're made of clay. And soon enough, like now, it's took 2.5 years, 3 years, your shit's starting to fall. Everything's starting to fall. I lost my whole life. I lost my reputation and everything over the Summer Wells case because of so many people. They didn't want me to solve this case. They didn't give a damn about Summer. All they cared about is what they can make out of Summer and off of Summer.